Good morning, children. Sairam. Welcome to this session. Today we are going to revise what we have already learned. We have finished with the lesson towards green energy. Now let us revise the lesson. Okay. Now, what is the principle used for an electricity conversion? We learned in this lesson, that is electromagnetic induction. To generate electricity based on the principle of electromagnetic induction, we need what? We need a generator. To rotate a generator, we need turbine. And to drive the turbine, we need some energy source. Based on which type of energy source is used to rotate the turbine, there are different types of power generating stations. And we learned one by one in the previous videos. Now let us revise what we have learned. Okay. Now, first we learnt about was thermal energy based on electric power station. Okay, we learnt about thermal energy. In this, the turbine is rotated using steam. So what is used to rotate the turbine is steam. So water is heated in a boiler. We learned this in detail. So let us revise. So water is boiled in a boiler and using the thermal energy released due to the burning of coal. So what is taken? What is the fuel? Coal is taken. So when it is burned, water is boiled and that is converted into steam. So the steam of very high pressure and temperatures form, and that the energy of the steam drives the turbine. Thus the generator connected to the turbine rotates and electricity is produced. And the steam that is converted back into water, and the water is recirculated to the boiler. So that means there is no wastage of water. So what happens? We are taking fuel. What is the fuel taken as coal? So when it is burned, the water is boiled, it is converted into steam. The steam of high pressure and temperature is formed that helps to drive the turbine. When the turbine moves, rotates, the electricity is generated. Okay, and the water is going back to the cooling tank and it is converted. The steam which is of low temperature, when it is after rotating, the steam is converted back into water and this water is circulated back to the boiler. We saw this. Okay, you can see the fuel. So boiler for conversion of water into steam, then the steam turbine connected to the generator, and then electricity is produced. And here system for converting steam back into water. That is we saw the diagram also. This is the diagram where the fuel is burned and you can see the stack where it releases the smoke and the fuel, which is, what is the fuel taken? Coal. When it is burned, the water is boiled and is converted into steam, and steam of high pressure and temperature that rotates the turbine and that is connected to the generator. Okay, this is the first one we learned, and second one was a power plant based on nuclear energy. In this power plant based on nuclear energy also, same way steam turbine is used to rotate the generator. However, here the energy released by fission of nuclei of atoms like uranium and plutonium is used to generate the steam of high temperature. There we used coal, but here we are using, that is, nuclei of uranium and plutonium. That is, the fission reaction takes place and then you get steam of high pressure and temperature. The energy of the steam rotates the turbine, which in turn rotates the generator, producing electricity. So fission reaction takes place. Now we have learned about what is fission reaction. Inside the plant there is fission reaction. So you can see here, this is the plant where nuclear reactor, this is the nuclear reactor where you can take the fuel is taken, that is the uranium or plutonium, and when fission reaction takes place, again the water the temperature, the water boils and that is converted into steam of high pressure and temperature that rotates the turbine and then it is connected to the generator to produce electricity. Same thing we learned. Now let us revise here. Nuclear reactor for nuclear fission, then system for steam generation from water, then steam turbine connected to generator to produce. Here also what is the fuel taken? Uranium or plutonium. And here also system is there for converting steam back into water. Same way, only the fuel taken is different. Okay, you can see what is the what happens in the nuclear fission reaction. When neutron is bombarded with atom of uranium 235, It absorbs the neutron and it converts into its isotope uranium-236, which is very unstable, and it will be converted into atoms of barium and krypton through the process of fission, releasing how many electrons? 3 electrons. And energy is also 200 MeV energy is also released. The 3 neutrons generated in this process cause fission of 3 other uranium-235 atoms, releasing more energy. You can see in the diagram how one neutron bombards with uranium-235 to form uranium-236, which is unstable. It form barium and krypton and 3 neutrons. This 3 neutron again will take fission reaction, will combine with uranium-235, then it will become uranium-236, and again energy is released with 3 neutrons. So this continuous process, this is a fission reaction of which takes place inside the nuclear reactor. This we have learnt in detail in the video. The third type what we learned is power generation plant based on energy of natural gas. We learned this about the natural gas. In this what happens? The turbine is run by the gas at this is not about the steam, this is gas at very high temperature and pressure is generated with the compression of natural gas. So when the natural, you can see the flow chart also, I'll show you. And so the turbine is run by the gas at very high temperature. There we learnt about the steam. Here it is a gas turbine. You can see here. See the compressor for the pressurized air, combustion chambers there. Then there's natural gas is compressed over there. And then it is converted into gas turbine. It is connected to the turbine rotates with the help of this gas. That is connected to the generator, and then electricity is produced. Okay. You can see this diagram also. So the explanation is the 3 main sections in this type of plant. Pressurized air is introduced into the combustion chamber. Or inside the combustion chamber, this pressurized air is introduced using a compressor. Okay. In the combustion chamber, the natural gas burns in the presence of air. What happens in the combustion chamber? Combustion means what? Burning. In the combustion chamber, this natural gas burns, okay, in the presence of air. Then a gas is of very high temperature and pressure is generated in this combustion chamber, and that rotates the turbine. In turns, it runs the turbine. The turbine then drives the generator to produce electricity. So what is here? The gas turbine. So when the natural gas is introduced into the combustion chamber, it is burned with the help of the presence of air. Then a gas of very high temperature and pressure is formed, and that helps to rotate the turbine, and which in turn produces electricity. Understood this, children? Let us go to the next. You can see here, this is a combustion chamber, and where gas is burned, then you can get the gas chamber, and this gas turbine which rotates the turbine rotates with the help of this high pressure of gas, and that is connected to a generator, and then electricity is produced. These 3 were not green energy because they had some drawbacks. We learnt about the disadvantages. You can see in the previous video. So go through the textbook to learn all the disadvantages of these 3 power plants. Now we are coming to the green energy. Which 3 we learnt as green energy? We learnt about hydroelectric energy, wind energy, and solar energy. Because they are renewable, so they are called as the green energy. So in hydroelectric energy, kinetic energy of flowing water or the potential energy of water reservoir is the conventional source. So I told you always, when the water is stored in the dam, there is potential energy. So when the water is released in the dam, when the water is released, this potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, and the fast flowing is brought about by the dam, and that water, when it is moving in very fast, there is a turbine which is kept at the below of the dam. The turbine rotates, and then the kinetic energy is converted. It drives this turbine, and this turbine in turn drives the generator to generate electricity. So what is the main concept here? Potential. When stored water is there, potential energy. Then when water is released, then kinetic energy. And when it falls on the turbine, this kinetic energy of the water that rotates the turbine. It's connected to the generator to produce the electricity. You can see the transformation of energy. You can see a potential energy water which is stored is converted into kinetic energy in flowing water. Then it is converted into kinetic energy in turbine. You get the electrical energy. Okay, this is quite simple. You can see here, when water is stored, you get the potential energy. When water is released, you get the kinetic energy. You can see the generator, the base of it, that converts. That is connected to the turbine, and that rotates, and you get the electric power. There are some advantages and disadvantages also that you can go through in the video, or you can go through the textbook. This is quite simple over here. Okay. Now electricity generation using wind energy. Next one we learnt was wind energy. The wind energy can also be used for electricity generation. We have learned this. This is with the help of the windmill. We have seen the windmill also. Then when the windmill, you can see you made windmill during projects. So when the windmill, when the blades of it rotate, that is connected to the wind turbine. Okay. So the machine which is converting the electric energy of wind to the kinetic energy of wind to electrical energy is called wind turbine. So when the blades rotate, kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy that is called as the wind turbine. As the wind strikes the blade of the turbine, the blades rotate. This you all know. When the air, or it is kept in the mountainous region or somewhere there is a place where it is very windy, so there we keep this turbine that rotates. When it rotates, it is converted into electrical energy. The wind turbine is there. Okay. Then axle of the turbine is connected to what? Connected to electric generator through a gearbox. I told you a gearbox is there behind the shaft. The function of the gearbox is to increase the rotation per minute. So it will help to increase the rotation per minute. That's why it is connected to the gearbox. Thus the rotating blades drives the turbine, and the turbine in turn drives the generator to produce electricity. Okay. Same way you can see in the diagram also, there is the blade, it is connected to the gearbox, and then it is connected to the generator. When the blades, the air with high velocity comes and it rotates the blade, that is connected to the gearbox, and that helps to increase the rotation per minute, and that is connected to the generator, and then you get this is the schematic of windmill. This is the way we take we get the electric energy from wind. Okay. And the last one what we learned was electricity generation with the help of solar energy. There are two methods of getting solar energy. This one was with the direct method, that is using photovoltaic cell. In this method, photovoltaic cell converts the solar radiation energy directly to electrical energy. This is direct method where the solar energy is converted into electric energy. We are using the solar voltaic cell. This is called as solar voltaic effect. The electrical energy generated to this energy transformation process is DC in nature. So we get DC current with the help of this photovoltaic cell. These solar cells are made up of special type of material called semiconductors. They are made up of silicon. They are called as semiconductors. So in this textbook of this year you have so many portions reduced. So I have explained about how photovoltaic cell, how the cells are connected in series and parallel to produce electricity. That part is omitted, but still I have explained, because that how you should know how the photovoltaic cell functions. So that's why I have explained. So for learning, that part is not there. That I'll give you the reduced portion. In that explanation is not there, but you have to know that this photovoltaic cells, and then the small solar cells are connected in series and parallel to get enough amount of current and potential difference. This I have explained in the video. Just go through that. That part is not there for the exam, but you should know how they are connected. That's why I have explained that. That is very important, but it is not there for this year. So that it is solar cells are connected in series as well as parallel, and I have explained about array, module, all those. You just go through that, listen to that, but that page is not there for the exam, so you can just go through that and just leave it. You can just understand that how photovoltaic cell functions, and we get electric energy. You can see that. Okay, this is the panel of this. You can see here how a panel is made with 36 solar cells, which is connected in series and parallel. You get enough amount of electricity and potential differences obtained through this. Okay, that full page is not there for the this year, but you just go through that video, because that explanation is needed for you to understand how electricity is produced through this photovoltaic cell. Okay, see this always the electricity which is formed, solar, you can get solar energy only during daytime. So what happens, the energy which is produced is stored with the help of the battery, and the inverter is connected to that, because all the equipments which are used in our household are using AC current. So when you get this energy that is in the form of DC, it has to be converted into AC current with the help of the inverter. This is all we have learnt in detail in that video. Okay, this was the method of the schematic of solar voltaics. You can see array. So when you see this, use this written solar array. So you should know what is solar array. So I have explained what is solar array also in that video. You just go through that, but that may not come for the exam. Okay, what is solar array will not come, but you have to see what is the function of inverter and transformer. Everything is given here. Solar array is also given. So better we go through that video and then we understand this diagram. Okay. Next part what we learned was, the last part what we learned is solar thermal power plant. This thermal energy can be generated from solar radiations and can be used for electricity generation. This is similar to the thermal power plant using coal. In this solar thermal power reflectors, there are reflectors which reflect, which absorbs, okay, which concentrate solar radiation on absorbers. They concentrate the solar energy and they are absorbers. So they absorb the heat energy. This solar energy is converted to heat energy, and using this heat energy, steam is generated to drive the turbine and generator. So here heat energy is obtained with the help of the solar energy. Solar radiation is absorbed and it is converted into heat energy, and this heat energy helps to rotate, generate. So you can see the diagram also. Heat energy is the steam. Here also heat energy, steam. Here also it is thermal. That means steam turbine is used, and that is generated to drive the turbine and generator. You can see the diagram of it. You can see the reflectors, absorbers. They will absorb the heat, solar energy, and you can see the water that is boiled, that is converted into steam. Okay, that steam that is rotated, the steam rotates the turbine, and that is converted and that is connected to the generator and to produce electricity. Hope this lesson is clear for you children. Okay, let us see some of the question types. See the first question. You can get questions like this. Find the odd man. Sun, wind, natural gas, water. So you can choose from this. Other three are green energy, only natural gases. So odd man. Okay. So like this simple questions you will get. You have to just choose the correct answer. Shall we go to the next one? Yes, here also hydroelectric energy, thermal energy, solar energy, wind energy. In this also you can see which is the odd man. Yes, thermal energy is the odd man. Okay. You will get simple ones only, so no need to worry. You just have to go through the textbooks, okay, fully. Then next one, thermal energy, steam turbine, natural gas, which turbine? So you all know, among this you have to choose wind turbine, gas turbine, water turbine. So you know the answer, it is gas turbine, isn't it? So that is the answer. So you have to just choose the correct answer from the correlation also. Okay, you can get answer in one sentence, but option will be given. What is a wind turbine? mention one problem associated with the hydroelectric power plant, like this, answer in one sentence. You will have three options, you can have to choose from this. Okay, then you can get answer the following, you will not have any options. What are the problems associated with nuclear power plant? What is meant by green energy? Which sources can be called as green energy sources and why? Okay, this type of questions I have put. And answer in brief also, explain with diagrams step by step energy conversion in thermal power plant. Okay, like the types of questions you can see. Now I'll tell you the paper pattern also. See, first question will be fill in the blanks with the correct option. 3 marks for that. Again 4 options will be given, you have to choose the correct one. Choose true or false, same like unit test. 2 marks for that. Match the following, also 2 marks. Find the odd man, also 2 marks. Then correlation, also 2 marks. 2 questions, 2 marks. Answer in one sentence, also 2 questions, 2 marks. Identify the diagram, or either labeling the diagram, identify the labeling. 3 choice will be given, you have to choose the correct labeling like you had it in unit test. Then answer in short, and 3 marks question brief answer. These two will not have options. Okay, only question will be given. Answer in short, only one question will be given, no option for that. And you cannot you cannot choose the correct answer, not like that. This is only all the 7 Roman up to the diagram, there are choices, you have to just choose the correct answer. Answer in short and answer in brief, you have to type that answers. Okay, this is your paper pattern. This is for 20 marks and science is for 20 marks, and total it is for 40 marks. Hope you all understood, children. All the best for your exam. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye, children.